Somebody call a doctor because bad medicine is back. Over there is Diamond Dave Damone. This is the Appleton Oak. That's the answer. I'm Mason Quinn. Folks, today we had so much fun with the first one. It's time for Think Like a Man 2. This one is from 2014. Looks like the band is back together, so I am very excited to check this one out.
Where do we go from here? It seemed like everything was wrapped up with a bow in the first one, but I'm ready, willing, and able to see what goes down in the second one.
Yeah, I'm guessing what's going to go down here is a trip to Las Vegas by the looks of this poster behind us. So Vegas couples, what could go wrong?
Yeah, I enjoyed the first one. Selfishly, I like sequels to see what they can do and if they can hit home runs, but let's admit it, sometimes it shouldn't happen. But I'm glad we're here to see how they follow up to the first one. Let's go!
Oh, this is a mess.
Hey, Bob, we are way behind on schedule, so I'm going to need you to get everything hooked up like yesterday. All this stuff needs to be done by tomorrow. Gotta have it done.
Boss, I'm not an electrician. I mean, shouldn't we wait for the pros?
This can't be that hard. Couple plugins, couple wires. It's not that big of a deal. We do not have time to wait for the electrician, so just get it done. I'm counting on you, all right?
I'm counting on you. Oh!
Jumping jackrabbits, Bob, what the hell happened?
Oh, I knew this was a bad idea.
Bob's instincts were right, but his supervisor didn't listen. Now Bob's injury could be worth millions.
Wait, did you say millions? Who are these professionals that can help me?
Morgan & Morgan. Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury firm with more than 1,000 lawyers and 4,000 case staff ready to fight for you if you become their client. But Bob is worried because he doesn't have the cash to pay for expensive legal fees. Worry no more. When your boss puts you in a dangerous situation and you get hurt, don't settle for less than you deserve. Morgan & Morgan will fight to get you every penny. And the best part? It's completely free unless you win. But Bob feels conflicted. He doesn't want to sue his boss, even if the company hasn't paid him for the last 6 months. When you sue for an injury, you're not suing your boss. You're suing their insurance company. There's no reason to feel bad about getting the compensation you deserve. So if you've been a victim in a car accident, medical malpractice, workplace injury, or any other personal injury, you can hit the link in the description to get Morgan & Morgan to fight for you. Bob did, and he sure is thankful Morgan & Morgan had his back.
Las Vegas. People have flocked to get a taste of its forbidden fruit. In the 1930s and 40s, it was the mafia and gambling. 60s, it was all about Frank and the Rat Pack. But today, Vegas has become Disneyland for adults. And let me tell you something.
Adam Brody.
What year was this?
2014.
It's the best place in the world for men and women to get their freak on.
You're stressing. It's beautiful.
Unless, of course, they go together as couples.
Wedding dress.
It's Steve Harvey, remember? Louis, the freak is back in town. Hey, two of my wildest nights.
Only imagine.
Oh, baby, you ain't got to imagine. We got this on video.
Okay.
This is my woman, Maya. Oh.
Speak.
No, wait. Oh, you took him down? Frank is getting married. No, dude, God, no. We just here for a friend's wedding.
God, no.
Whoa.
I don't know that dude, really. I met him one time. He drives and cuts hair.
She looked like she was having a laugh there.
The only thing worse than going to Vegas as a couple is going as man and wife.
Babe, you see the car? Girls having fun in Vegas. It's really not a big deal. You know, they're probably
She's fantastic.
Oh, we're trying to have a baby, like ASAP. I waited 9 years to get married. Congratulations. I'm so happy.
Oh, here I was going to say, I can't wait till I sit up in this one.
Yeah.
Vegas is still the #1 destination in the country for couples to do the craziest thing of all, get married.
Bride will enter from here, and right there is where
we get married.
So sweet of your mom to splurge on French linen paper.
And I think this whole process has really been healing for her, especially after the passing of Deacon Johnson. What?
Michael and Tannis.
He did the Tannis.
Not have a mama's board relapse on our wedding weekend.
Nothing's gonna go wrong.
Well, if you squint, it kind of looks like a C.
I arrived the
Thought
only
this was
way a
Tyrese
sane person
pulling up.
should for a weekend in Vegas.
Doing very well, sir. Thank you.
Name is Ward. Cedric Ward.
Your dedicated concierge is awaiting you inside.
So what I need you to do is watch this call and your life depends on it. Can you do that for me?
Welcome to Caesar's Palace, Mr. Ward.
Did
I'm
Caesar
Vanessa, here to
actually
accommodate your
stay here?
every need.
The Shiva.
I understand you're part of the Hanover Hall wedding party.
Looking at the best man.
Just sign here for your balance and incidentals. I'll take you upstairs for a personal tour.
Here we go.
Private tour? Okay, this is pretty standard, right?
You should read it.
Nah, say
I was just gonna say you don't.
You
You
should
just signed
read-
off on like probably 10 grand
Yep.
for the first night.
Can't let you leave the house and come to Vegas by yourself.
Hey, don't you start with me, Zeke.
Line, I know she is.
Zeke the freak?
Vanessa.
Son of a bitch. Where's my passport?
Have your damn passport. What's wrong with you?
I am shocked and appalled. In my office immediately.
Babe, chill out.
Watch your back.
She was supposed to give me a tour, son.
I will give
I don't
you.
want to be rude, but you can keep that shit.
I don't want to get.
The men and the women had divided themselves into opposing teams.
What are we doing tonight? No.
I want to go see Jersey Boys.
Jersey boys.
Understand that Michael had the opportunity to choose anybody standing here to be his best man.
So I've been giving this a lot of thought. I want you to be my best man. No, said actually, I was talking to Don.
No, listen, don't say nothing.
Oh!
I'm not gonna let you down. Let me tell you something. You be the best man in the history of all best men. You made the right choice. All right, couples, listen up. Exactly 1 hour to go settle into your room and say your goodbye. Boys are gonna be with the boys.
Enough girls with a girl.
Tomorrow, you can all go back to that miserable and sexless existence.
Is anything else you need? Your personal butler Declan is here to serve you.
Well, thank you, Marcel Huffer.
Huffer. Marcel will work just fine.
Declan.
Morning, sir. I understand that you made an inquiry about making some structural changes.
Structural.
Oh, you got the rolls.
I shall be next door, so if you need anything, just press number 1 on your keypad. Do this for the love of the job. Well, thank you very much, sir. That would be lovely.
You gone?
Does he? I know he's excited, but does he not like take 1 second? The second he heard 12,000 square feet.
Not at all. No, he's just pumped to be here.
Babe, we got a really great view of the strip.
We don't have much time.
Let me get these.
I want 3 good shots before we go out tonight.
3?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's it's never happened before. Is it me?
No, I just need a second.
Role play.
Role play.
Yeah.
I can't wait for him to complain about this.
This is Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
They don't want to do a different HBO show?
Take me, you barbarian. Take me.
To get stoned.
Don't tell me you brought pot through the airport.
Pot strips. Breath strips as far as airport security is concerned. Kills germs that cause bad breath.
Jeremy's killing me,
Jeremy, we
man.
talked about this.
He
We're in
is
Vegas, Chris.
killing me. Like on the Friends ranking list. He's
yeah.
dead last.
Gossett Jr. and an officer and a gentleman. I'm sorry, I didn't want to say it, but
Please, for your information, me and the girls are gonna get our freak on tonight.
with Lauren in charge. Was she gonna roll you in the 401k? You actually need that more than I do.
Now, by being the groom, Michael
now it's a
figured that it couldn't
challenge.
be any easier than an uncontested layup.
I am not caving. Maybe I am caving a little.
Mom!
Oh,
There she is. Yes.
Are you in the adjoining suite?
Oh, yes. Don't worry. Once the door closes, you can barely hear a thing. Ta!
She's not going to close the door?
The doors are soundproof, and I'm sure she's gonna respect our wishes.
Show me a soundproof door.
Yeah, show me.
Sorry. Forgot my cell phone.
Proceed.
Whatever this.
Okay. What do you think?
Oh.
It's nice.
It's nice.
No, that is beautiful. We got enough time for 2 quickies.
Stop. I'd like to be the one woman you haven't slept with in Vegas.
Oh.
Wait, hold on.
I slept with one woman. Who doesn't downplay? You downplay your flame with Kanye.
What's the point?
That's not the point.
I want to know what you guys are doing for the bachelor party tonight.
You know, there's nothing extravagant because it's not in the budget. Get a steak dinner, maybe some gambling, and hit a couple clubs. I just told you, and you don't believe me.
Seek the freak.
No, it's like Kanye. Are you sure it's not like game night where it was Denzel Washington at the other gas
Denzel.
station?
3 Series BMW.
Hey, welcome to the Constantine Villa.
I've got a list of the
Where's
do's
this
and
gonna
don'ts for Michael's bachelor party.
Lap dances, Jagger shots, happy endings.
I want him to still be a good Christian boy when he gets married tomorrow.
And put some clothes on. There's nothing attractive about that.
Yes, ma'am.
How was it, Katie, when you say it's on?
They asked me back for next year.
Really?
Chef Cotillard told me I had a gift.
I am so proud of you.
No.
Oh my God, I have to get it. It's Lee House. CEO.
Lauren, it's Lee. Listen, a position's opened up at the
Kelsey.
COO of our global media group. Are you interested?
Are you kidding?
Watch, she's gonna say she's got to fly home.
Yeah.
Things could move fast. I need you settled in New York by the 1st of the month. I got a good feeling about this. Go.
Well, there's that.
She's gonna be in a real pickle.
How'd it go?
Good. We need to. Yeah. And you know what? You should get that.
Oh, they could wait.
No, they'll get us put out.
Yo. Whoa.
It's a little early.
Isn't this part burned out yet? You guys still all like each other and stuff?
I just love you so much.
Your afterglow is amazing.
He was killing it.
Let's kill it.
Welcome to my crib, John.
See, I knew you had a good year, but how big was your bonus?
I got a great deal. Really? Real good deal. I'm paying $4 grand a night.
What?
Oh, bro.
It's gotta be at least 10.
You don't need us to chip in for this, or?
That's not $4,000 a night.
No.
First time in like 3 months we've been together for even a drink.
Dad, what happened to us?
Work, man. Our relationship.
Blissful night, gentlemen. We are free from all of our obligations. We're free from our women. How about that? Look, my
This is Zeke.
let me talk to Cedric. It's important.
Chill. You said, listen to me.
What? You heard me.
Decline.
Maxed it.
Thank you, Declan. I'm serious. I needed that right now. This is so refreshing. Each guy here is responsible for 5 girls apiece. That's how I did the math.
Tomorrow is the biggest day of my life.
Here we go.
Get to marry my queen. I need you guys on point.
Think like a man. Just for 5 minutes.
You got the rest of your life to follow this woman around the grocery store. Stop, man.
The maid of honor was about to put her game plan into effect.
Ladies. You guys.
You know what, though? I think there's still something missing.
Does feel like something's missing.
There's definitely something missing.
Oh no.
Meet Idris.
Give me our
Idris.
Here.
My very own Idris.
Let's hit the pool.
Too legit to quit.
Hammer.
One of my first CDs, MC Hammer.
Hey. Welcome to Venus Pool. I'm Lee Coolin.
I'm Cedric. How are you?
We have your cabana prepared.
I'm following you.
Perfect.
The men were putting on a cool front, but let me tell you something. From underneath, trouble was brewing like a pressure cooker. Unfortunately for the girls, their set offense had run into a nasty zone defense.
No, Idris.
Oh, there goes Idris.
Mr. Ward,
Yes.
care for another drink?
You know what? Mm-hmm. Hey, give me 5 more shots of testosterone for these ladies that I'm with right now.
You know what he asked me earlier today? If after the wedding, if it would be okay if he called me dad.
That doesn't freak you out at all?
You're an instant dad, just like that. You're responsible for this whole other human. What if they hurt somebody? What if they get kidnapped or if they kidnap somebody? Either way.
What if they?
You enjoy that. What?
Man, you've got to take one of these. We're looking for people for amateur night.
Oh, you looking at the wrong people, man. You need to be looking in the pool.
boy.
You got your pick of litter out there.
Yeah, no, they look good, but we need some men. Huge cash prizes. You come down, you win some money. All right.
Some hot chick just rolls up on you. She's like, hey, you mind helping me with a little bit of, what do you do? It'll never happen, but I stand my ground.
Hello, Blue Eye. There's a couple of spots I can't reach.
Oh,
I'm gonna stand my ground.
Stand my ground.
What? You're in a relationship or something?
Yeah,
This is Vegas, baby. Let me know.
I love her.
I love her.
Sweetie, sit down. Let me show you what happens when I hang
no.
Because what
No.
Spit it out, dog.
Wasn't tall enough.
Dog, let me tell you something. You know, men spend their entire life savings to go to Brazil. You know what? Yo, I'm sick of this non-Taraj. That's what I'm with right now.
See how he gave the look though too, Matt. Look at back.
You gonna join the fun?
Are you damn right I'm enjoying the fun. What are you bitches fighting?
Should we help him? I wasn't the only one in need of rescuing.
Article in an old magazine. They talked about all the craziness that goes on in these bachelor and bachelorette parties.
I read the same article.
Strippers and the bridesmaids dead.
Why women can't have just as much fun as men?
That's right. Getting a lap dance at your bachelor party is expected.
But if women have fun,
You're a horse.
gotta get away from her.
We got reservations tonight.
I am so sorry to disappoint you, sweetie.
It's gonna be
but
something
we already
really
have
nice, I'll
plans.
bet she had.
Reservation for 5 at Nobu, Cornaboo.
Andre, the concierge, was able to score reservations for 7 tonight at Nobu at the head table.
When does your Uncle Eddie arrive? Didn't you say he flirted with her at the couple's party?
Oh, who's Uncle Eddie gonna be? Oh boy.
Is that Floyd? Yep.
He didn't mean no harm, man. He's just a fan, that's all. We hear my friends get married. We having a bachelor party tonight. We're gonna do it at the Caesars in the Constantine Villa.
That's what you call $40,000 a night?
Oh.
Oh.
Floyd, can you see me? Let me slide it. That's where we at, man.
I'm gonna come check this out.
We on home base right now.
Hopefully he
Casino
wins a
Florida.
bunch
Look,
of money
let's pick
for
our poison.
Fairest fortune. Tish gave me $200 to gamble with this weekend.
We're not a group of old women that just busting here from Bakersfield. Let's play blackjack.
Can I go play slots?
Take your ass to that slot machine.
Ladies, shall we?
Bennett's gonna win.
He's
like
gonna win
30 grand.
huge. What's his name?
George Wallace?
Yes, thank you.
He's always in Vegas.
Say no, Randy.
I'm here for that, son.
Say no.
Can I please have a martini straight up?
Come here. Cancel that. I've got another surprise. Tickets to see Dionne Warwick tonight. You told me you and your mother love Dionne Warwick, right? Good then. It's settled.
Thanks, Candace.
Oh. God, this is a great night they're having. I don't know what they're complaining about.
Oh, what are you?
It's Cedric!
Oh, she doesn't stand a chance.
Pedro Serrano.
Thank you.
Miss Loretta. If there's anything, and I do mean anything I can do to help.
How many times have you used that line on a woman?
I've said it plenty of times to plenty of women, Miss Loretta. But it's the first time I've said it to a lady.
Oh, that's
George,
my
just said it a lot of times.
Lady.
No one to go with.
Nobody.
Dionne Warwick, no kid.
Miss Horetta is back in
Horetta? Horetta? Oh, you know, Deacon John. Or with the Deacon Johnson.
You ready for fatherhood or what?
Fatherhood's gonna be awesome, Jeremy.
Thanks, Big Mouth.
As a child, raise a child.
Wow, Zeke, really? Finally.
Isaac and Terrell just got in town. These two are the biggest party animals I've ever met.
Okay, well,
Who's this gonna be? Where are Isaac and Terrell gonna be?
Say I'm very impressed. But I'm not looking to invest in another restaurant. Right. It's the market for a new sous chef. And I think you are my guy. They mentioned my last 3 sous chefs went on to create their own restaurant. They are breaking ground in the new space at Planet Hollywood. Why don't you stop and take a look? I really think this can be huge. Yeah.
New York, Vegas.
I mean, they have direct flights, don't they?
Well,
You must dress up.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we have to be able to get into the club.
So what we're gonna do
They're
is
rolling arches.
we're gonna take her glasses off and put her hair down, and then boom.
Hey, shots up! Oh, man. Real. Hey.
Something's gonna go really wrong here.
It's in Vegas, and Lauren and I live in LA. This is a pattern with him. It's called the Dom syndrome. I honestly believe that she would do the same for you.
Whoa.
Well, we'll find out.
Cedric, I'm the best
So
man
it's
with the plan.
Steven
What's
Jackson?
up, baby?
Yep.
Oh, what's up?
It's not out of
It's Indomitian Sue and Steven Jackson.
There they go.
Oh, didn't we have a shot?
Oh,
at
it's
Steven
Adam
Jackson?
Brody.
Oh,
And this
nice.
guy.
Ride awakes.
Oh, you stole the boy's ride?
It's not from the Ass Factory?
Yeah.
I don't think they would be riding in the Ass Factory.
Hey, yo, what the hell is this? This is my ride, dude. I ordered a pimped out party bus with a stripper pole in. I'm not gonna argue with you. You know what? We'll walk.
Sid, you know how long these Vegas blocks are?
Well, let's get to know us.
Hello, Lauren Harris.
Please hold Philly Fox.
Ooh, that food was garlicky. You guys got any gum?
My purse, side pocket.
Uh-oh.
I definitely.
Uh-oh, the pot.
Oh. They're all going to get high.
All I can say is congratulations. You're officially COO of our global media group.
Oh.
Welcome to the Big Apple, Lauren Harris, and to the big leagues.
Okay, here we go.
boy.
There you go.
Someone's gonna throw up later.
Ready to party.
Let's go.
Someone's going to throw up later.
You know what? Worry about it later.
Yeah.
Just have fun tonight.
Treat yourself.
That's right.
Oh, shit. Another one?
How are you?
I'm wonderful, Zeke.
Zeke had to call a timeout after running into yet another old flame. Turns out that he was still holding on to fantasized memories of his past.
Track number 7. They gave her a little too much time.
We here to have a bachelor party, man. Can we do that?
Yeah.
Galezilla ain't gonna mess up my trip this time.
What did you call me, Cedric? Why the hell do I have over $40,000 worth of charges?
What?
You are dead.
Baby, who you talking to?
Oh.
What?
Who's in
You
the
hear that?
background?
You hear
Yeah.
the baby who you talking to?
Yeah.
I think there's a little glitch with my bill.
Let's have a look, shall we?
I booked the Constantine Villa and the very special promotion on my gold card for $4,000 a night.
Off.
I'm sorry, what?
Off.
Normally, the Constantine is $44,000. I think that we can see to just charging you for the one night.
Where's the ATM?
The ATM is right there.
I got one money right now. Cedric, stop.
Talk to me. What happened? What happened?
Room was a lot more than I expected it to be.
All right, cool. So how much?
$36,000 a night more.
No one ever wins when they need to in Vegas.
Who are you, Megatron?
Rain Man. Right. Okay, let me call the guy.
No, you're not calling nobody. This is Michael's day, man. I'm not gonna ruin this for him, all right? Buy me an hour.
All right.
1 hour, Dom. That's all I
What do
need.
you think the boys are doing? Strip club.
For your challenge at the Gallery Club, Ms. Hall, dance on a bar table or in a go-go cage.
Okay, so that's not
that's
so
easy,
bad.
yeah.
That's not bad.
Oh, boy.
All right, we're gonna take you guys back to the 90s.
Belle Biv DeVoe.
Yeah, he's good.
Where is
my best man? Still the best. Yeah.
Cedric got about 2 more minutes and then I'm designating you the best man.
Jeez. Is this where they're going to flash out and they're just all sitting
Yeah.
like, yeah, because they're so high.
Yeah, they're going to think they were doing it. Oh, he's actually winning.
They're going to come down there and that's
it's a
when it's
bad
going to go
luck
sour.
Yeah.
Maybe they really are doing it.
Well, maybe they are doing it. Maybe they're just on that table, and that's what they're thinking they look like.
Maybe.
You know what I mean?
Either that or they're really having fun. Uh-oh.
Hey!
Bringing in the ringer.
Uh-oh.
Yannick's Media has promoted Lauren
Oh,
Harris, COO
shit.
of its global media division.
Oh, you think she'd do that for you?
It's been like an hour.
Don't come over here with that negative energy.
Are you the best man or are you the worst man? I don't.
Worst man. You made me your best man because I'm responsible. You can trust me, unlike anybody
Oh,
else.
is this where the truth comes out so he can go back to the table?
I said, buy me some time.
I did the best I
I gotta
could.
have all the money back, Dom.
This is the 15th. This is my wedding day.
You said it's the 15th? Yeah, the day I get to, oh my God, that's a sign. I lost my virginity when I was 15, okay? On the 15th. Me and Gail have been separated 15 times.
He's going to put it on 15.
Don't.
10,000 on Black 15.
No.
All that negative energy that you're putting in the air, take it out right now.
No. Stop him. Stop him.
Yeah, I think it's going to work.
Black 15.
Watch it hit.
It's going to hit.
Black 15.
Oh my God, it's going to hit now.
15 winner.
Boom, called it.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh, they would have been set.
That's right. I just made a safer bet to you.
You did what?
Remember what you said?
Hold on, see? Hold on, man.
Because
Oh, no.
Oh. Well, wait a minute. Like in real life, I'm sure they would have been like slapping dude's hand. You can't move that quick.
Yeah,
like
they
that.
want to let him take it away.
Yeah, there's a certain time on the wheel when you can't.
350K.
Because he could have said no more bets.
Loretta, she hates me. Hate is a strong word. She is a strong woman. Always going to be a mama's boy.
Accept what you cannot change, or it will destroy you.
I believe that I can affect change in my relationship.
You can, but you can't change a man's nature.
Exactly. You, my friend, have to get lap dance by a hot, sweaty, steamy stripper.
With the Twizzlers.
You know how you guys said the Constantine Villa should be more than 4,000 a night? Well, it is.
how do I make it right?
I don't know, Zeke. What do you want me to say? I don't know.
World Series of beer pong's at the Flamingo.
Do you play?
Champ in my dorm, baby.
You joking? You don't go to it.
That card they got earlier.
Yep.
I got to go dance.
Kept the stupid flyer.
Minute, you're a genius. Oh my God. This is it. The Hustler Club. First place, 25,000. Second place, 15,000. Okay, Zeke, you open it. Now, if I ask you to take your little black ass out there and shake it.
Baby oil on black skin always brings out all your muscles.
Come on.
There's no way. Absolute no way. No.
He's got it. Doing the swimming stroke.
Is he Bam Bam?
He's
Bam Bam.
Listen up, bro. All them ladies gonna eat you alive out there.
I can't believe this is happening. I'm actually in a strip club.
Look at him. Okay, the action's down here. It's not. Follow me, ladies.
Rick
Dad.
James.
Oh, I say you can't fall in love with the first floor.
My first 3 amateurs, you're on.
Outfit's gonna be better.
Oh shit!
Oh, yeah.
I just realized that they're there.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're at.
It took me a second.
They're
Sorry,
upstairs. Yeah,
I was
the girls
thinking
are
Rick
upstairs.
James. I get it. Yeah, I was a little slow on that
He's
one.
got a lot on his plate.
Yeah.
Do we have any bachelorettes in the house? One lucky bachelorette to the
Oh
stage.
no, she's gonna go up. Michael's gonna see it, and he's gonna be pissed that she went and did this.
Can't see.
I don't know if it's going to be that simple.
Oh, this is going to be such a car wreck.
No, maybe he ends up being the one giving her the lap dance.
Yep. I think it's going to turn out well.
What could go wrong?
Yeah, I'm an
Hey,
optimist.
Shad.
Shad Gaspard?
Yeah, rest easy, Shad. I'm pretty sure that was. Yeah, we'll have to rewind and look, but yeah, see Shad.
Yeah, it is him. Yeah,
Shad.
hell yeah.
Rest easy,
That's
Shad.
easy, man.
5, 6, 7. It's like you got a chance to put it right in their face. Uh-oh. Here it is.
He's wearing his boxer briefs.
Y'all see that right there? It's not gonna be that bad, man. Just keep thinking $50,000.
I know it, Candace.
Well, there goes their chance at 50K.
It's got a club.
Oh!
Shad with the sleeper.
Oh.
They did him dirty.
Oh. You keep your mouth shut.
Good idea.
You let me do all the talking. Because I'm a season 1 holder of eyes. Yes. Exactly, so you don't have the knowledge. Why don't you just have my back one time?
I've never watched.
I've never seen Oz.
I've never seen it, but I know what it is.
Isn't Simmons in that?
Yeah, JK is.
Yeah.
I saw the first season.
Everybody listen up. What I need to know is who's the boss in here? Because the new boss
He's trying to hold them together.
That's right. Mercy, please.
Mercy.
Mercy, please. You don't need this cube? Where's Chevrolet? Huh? Why you up there, Don?
Is it me or did that look like a very tall old Dintee?
Oh boy, this is gonna be a mess.
I'm not mentally prepared to be someone's bottom bitch. You know, we're probably all getting chlamydia from sitting on these benches.
Look who's having a good time tonight.
But it doesn't have to end. I could use a nightcap.
I'm an old-fashioned girl. I don't go in for flames, one-night stand.
I understand.
I'm gonna say goodnight.
I'm gonna say goodnight, too.
And then say good morning.
She's gonna get us out of here fast. Watch.
No, my mom's phone keeps going to voicemail.
Uncle Eddie.
It's Loretta. Please leave a message.
No sé qué hacer. Lo siento, señora.
That's a rude way to answer the phone. I don't know anybody's number.
It went to her voicemail.
He knows the phone number.
Hello? Hey, Jonah? No, don't wake her up. Don't wake her up. No, there's nothing underneath the bed. What do we do when we're scared? What time is it? It's game time. Any dogs in the house? All we need is each other.
Oh, he said all we need.
My kids just want to know their dad's got their back. It's not rocket science.
It was a good Ray Lewis.
Only number you remember.
Okay, that's because I tried so hard to
Dial.
Blocked. It just says blocked.
Who is this and where is Gail?
She's preoccupied right now.
Is this Drake?
Dude, why are you shutting up Gail's phone, man?
Oh, this is.
It's Drake.
Drake, honey.
All right, I'm gonna put the phone down now. All right,
Put this
thanks.
phone down. I'm gonna put
Thinking the bedroom chaise lounge.
If you get a light-skinned man.
Beyonce is spending her wedding day in prison. That's my fault.
I mean, maybe I just want it too bad, you know? Dream too big. But understand something. I was just trying to be the best man. Let's take it a step further. I'm the worst best man ever. Kind of felt like that's where y'all were supposed to jump in and say, no, Seth, it's not that bad.
Is that bad?
I didn't want some wild and crazy Vegas weekend.
It's been about Michael and Candace this whole weekend. No one flew in town for you.
I was about to say the same thing. It's just...
I promise you we're going to do everything in our power to get you out of here and to your wedding on time.
Man, the countdown is on.
Oh, I can't wait to see who's gonna come save him.
Well, it's supposed to be.
It's got to be
Eddie
Loretta.
and Laura.
Oh my God.
Lord have mercy.
Music right on key.
Papa. Oh my God.
Good morning. Oh, uh-oh.
Mom, it's me, Michael. Listen, I'm in the Clark County jail.
Oh my God, we have to go.
What did you do like that? Annika!
Let's go, ladies. Just made bail.
Didn't I tell you to keep an eye on him? Thank you. Oh, this is probably your fault.
Baby, I'm so sorry.
We have a wedding to get to, people. Come on.
Let's go. Guys, let's go.
What is going on?
They lose a spot?
Time slot. I told you had to be here on time. Is there another location you can offer? Anything? I'll keep trying, but it's going to take a miracle.
There's Chapels,
Mm-hmm.
where Joan Collins and Michael Jordan got married.
Loretta, I would love to know Loretta's thoughts right now.
Not me.
Oh, she wasn't even mad at him. She was trying to comfort him.
Who's coming? Somebody's coming through.
But she
Who
had
is it?
teed up. You know, she had to at least have something teed up of like, I told you so.
Somebody's coming through. Who's
They
saving
always
the day?
This is when everybody get on the Oh, yeah, Jody.
If there was ever a time to chill out, now would be it.
Watch, it's empty.
It's a great idea. Guess you girls really did get your freak on last night, huh?
Totally explains how everything went sideways last night. I don't want to force anything, especially not a baby.
No, look, I love us without the pressure, and I'm ready.
See, now that's fair, but to complain.
He's lying his ass off.
Feeling pretty good.
Oh, no, babe, that's not how it works. First day, right, last period.
I mean, your last period was 5 weeks ago at Comic-Con, right?
Oh,
They are
Maybe.
pregnant.
Yep.
They are pregnant.
They're at Comic-Con no 5 weeks ago.
No matter what, I never want us to stop being us.
Well, your first 4 months of having a little one, you're going to be sleep deprived. So
You score when you relax your demands on your spouse.
Well,
Hey,
maybe
sir.
3 years, give or take.
Quinn, have you ever gotten a full night of sleep?
When were you going to tell me, Lauren, about this big promotion
Oh,
in New York
here we
City?
go.
I can explain.
Yeah,
Good
let's
job
take
in
it
New York
easy.
City without talking to me? I got a job offer too, Lauren.
What?
I was going to turn it down
Why would you do that?
because it's in Vegas.
For you.
I turned down the job too.
What?
I called Lee Fox back and I told him I couldn't accept it.
All right.
Yeah. Why don't you ask first before starting to shoot off your missiles there, sir?
It all worked out anyway.
Yeah.
Well, for Zeke, it wasn't going to be that easy. He was up against a full court press. Nobody likes a trap.
Maya, I want us to be together.
But you weren't honest with me about your past.
But let me just explain why.
I already know why. It's the whole Zeke the freak thing.
I am so past that.
How's he gonna prove
He's
it?
gonna do it. They're gonna end up getting married.
Oh shit, this was cold. Listen, I learned something about myself. I want to be your husband. I just been waiting for the right moment to ask you. Will you please?
Oh, he went and got a ring. Oh.
There you go, Zeke.
My man.
Yes, yes, yes.
Well, all right. You can go get this done in a few hours.
No. They're gonna play the soul game, engaged for 7-8 years.
Yeah, why rush?
Why rush?
Why rush into something?
Loretta's gonna come through.
I'm looking for my son.
All right, well.
Maybe this is for the best.
Or not.
You really love my son. You'd go back there, finish packing, and set him free.
Oh. Damn.
I say another word. We will both regret it.
Both will regret it.
I guess he's not coming through.
She really came through on that one.
I can't. I thought Serrano would, ease her mood a little bit.
Well, Loretta's looking at it like she ruined the big day.
How dare you talk to my fiance like that?
You think you're talking to?
I would say that you're my mom, a woman that I love and a woman that I admire more than anyone else, but I don't know who this woman is. That's not the woman that raised me.
Oh.
You need to walk into that room and apologize to Candace.
Standing up to her.
Damn well, I'm not gonna go in there.
Fine. But please be clear, you're no longer invited to our
Oh, shit.
Ooh.
Damn.
Just got served.
It had to be said.
True. I respect and love you so much for standing up for me like that. But I can't marry you, Michael. Not like this.
Okay.
You have to go in there and apologize to your mother.
She should be apologizing to you. Why are you defending her?
Because I am a mother, Michael. She is the reason that you have become a man that I love so much.
But she should still be apologizing to you.
She won't, Michael. Walk in there and say,
I'm sorry.
Oh.
I was out of line. I never thought you were good enough for my son.
It's like I said in the last one.
Until now.
Way to go, Mama Loretta. Mama Loretta.
I thought you were going to say Mama Rhodes for some reason.
You get charged for that.
He doesn't know that.
That's not the. That wasn't the mini bar. That was like the toilet.
I'm sure they get.
No.
It's Vegas. They're probably charging.
He's like Ross and Friends. He'll stay there till as long as he can. Take everything.
Messed up a great time. The bachelor party, the after party. It's always darkest before the dawn.
Have you thought about a night wedding? I do believe that I might be able to arrange something.
Really? Declan, you dog.
Woof, woof, son.
A night wedding in Vegas would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
With all the lights. And everything.
Okay, so
you're on
mother-in-law apologizes and he gets to be the hero too. Everybody wins.
I was gonna say if they're on like the rooftop.
If anyone here has reasons why these two should not be married, speak now or forever hold your peace.
Looking at.
Proceed.
Do you have the rings?
Huh? Did I give them to you?
No, you put them in your pocket right there.
I didn't put them in my pocket.
In your right pocket.
No, I don't know where I put them in. I got it. I have it. I'm sorry.
You really are the best man said.
Big smile.
I vow to be a loyal husband, a constant friend, and a devoted father to our son, Duke. Baby, I'm going to adore you forever.
I'm gonna do the Vince Vaughn. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I promise to be in your corner and by your side.
I heard the whole group of them went to jail this night. I'm just telling you.
It's right.
They hug each other. I mean, who gets fireworks for a wedding?
Declan hooked them up.
I mean, who?
There you go.
Did it, Michael?
Oh, the end. When was the last time you saw those credits?
Maybe I should come here with Gail sometime. Or maybe when it's hailing. Or when it's freezing rain.
Here we go.
He's gonna put it in the slots.
Yep, here we go.
Then what the hell am I gonna do with $1? All right.
He's gonna put it in like the big goofy slot.
100
grand.
G's.
So what? He gets to take 50 home.
In the machine, it's my dollar. But you gave it to me.
That's my dollar!
That was the second one, gentlemen. And I think it was the last because I didn't see any more.
Nothing about
Oh, we got a post credit.
You leave yet?
Not quite, sir.
What about now?
Almost.
Almost?
You there, Declan?
Really?
Not really.
Nice little blooper at the end. That was great.
Oh, there we go.
I would actually love to see that. Well, I mean, why won't you see the bloopers of the I Think Like a Man, I Think Like a Man?
Yeah.
That'd great.
Man. This cast has it. They work so well together with the chemistry on screen. This was outstanding. And we had the addition of a couple of new characters, which was fun. They kind of fit right in, didn't necessarily have to come to the forefront. The frat buddies showed up. That was cool. They played their part and fit in real nice. Had a couple of moments. That was cool. But look, man, I mean, what more do you want from a couple's comedy with a wedding twist thrown in? I thought it was great. And again, nothing had to go really super deep. Like, you didn't have the real knockdown, drag out fights between the couples. They had their differences, but they came around and worked it out. And it was just a lot of laughs. Of course, Kevin Hart is just amazing. And everybody else around him did a great job. The situations they're put in. And again, I think much like the first one, I think anybody who's had a big kind of over-the-top wedding definitely think they can see themselves in one or more of the characters. And that's what makes these movies work. So I thought it was great. They definitely upped the soundtrack from the first one. I think we had a lot more hits. It was cool seeing some of the cameos that they had in here. Was a lot of fun. Of course, we had our had our guy Pedro Serrano,
Serrano.
showed up to straighten out Loretta a little bit. So that was great, but just a lot of fun. And I think movies like this, and I was thinking about this when we got about halfway through and we're all having laughs. I think a movie like this, and certainly the first one, I think there's so much more fun to watch with a group of people and everybody kind of has the laughs because maybe you have a memory of something. Maybe you're kind of, giving somebody a poke like, I remember that time you did whatever. And I think, it's that much more fun when you have a group of people to watch this movie with and everybody can see themselves in the different roles. As far as how does it compare to the first one? Oh man, that's tough because the first one was our first introduction to the characters, kind of unique in the way they did it, just from a standpoint of it didn't go super, super heavy like some of the other ones we've seen, kind of in the same type of genre with relationships and everything. So they kept it kind of surface level, I thought, which was cool. I was fine with that and just got to kick back and enjoy the laughs and have fun. And I like that some of the things were somewhat predictable enough where you kind of saw the avalanche coming. You knew like, oh man, they're going to step into it. It's coming. Here it comes. And then, of course, when it happens, it's always fun to watch. So yeah, big thumbs up for me. This one was a lot of fun. It's real neck and neck with the first one for me. I think maybe the soundtrack pushes it over the edge and the fact that we know all the characters' backstory already. They don't have to spend the time to go into that. These are characters that we already know and love.
With this being the sequel, you watched the first one, did it need a sequel? I thought it did, and I thought it delivered. Was it as good as the first one? I think the first one was better just because, you got to introduce the characters. It was, everything was fresh. When you come into this, you know what to expect. We had more Zeke, I thought, the first one, and I thought that did really well into the first one. And then when they spent the time with that woman, like, on the strip, and you thought maybe that was number 7.
Track 7.
Something got left on the editing room.
Maybe not, but I do like where your head was at because maybe other people were also thinking that as well because they're like, maybe that meant something more. But at the same time, we saw that they all had their intricacies in their relationship. Bringing in Wendi so we could see Tish, Bennett's wife, I thought that was a great addition, as well as his two college buddies. They gave us a swerve of Sue and Steven Jackson instead of them being Adam Brody and I forget the other guy's name, real name, but Isaac and the other guy that was dressed as Michael Phelps, just taking down the Don Julio. And we knew it was going to be a fun time. David Walton. Oh my God, I know him from something else.
He's in a lot.
Terrell, but it was. I thought it was a great mix of characters. They have great chemistry together that just makes it such an easy watch. Like to me, I saw one of the reviews that thought it was a horrible waste of time. No, I went in going to have a fun time. The first movie didn't have that big, huge gut punch. Great. Doesn't need in this one. They kind of were there, though, with the back and forth with Loretta and Candace.
They gave her a little bit more time, and she was kind of pivotal character for the most part in this. They started here, brought her down, kind of kept her out a little bit, and then brought her back in the end. So that's pretty cool.
And it was a good back and forth because it was two single mothers that are raising boys that should have an understanding of each other. So it was great that, Candace was like, no, you should go apologize because I wouldn't want to hear that. And then Loretta hearing that going, okay, you're the same as me in a sense. So that was the big, heavy hearted lesson of the movie. But other than that, that's the trials and tribulations of relationships, running, moving from your past. How are you gonna go in your career with some of the characters and just parenthood? It was scary for Jeremy, which started off a little rough again as usual, like the last movie. We're like, what is wrong with you? And he finally got in the end after having his little talk with Bennett as we heard that he is just an amazing dad, and he admitted, he's like, dude, I'm just weighing it like anybody. There's no playbook. There's nothing, groundbreaking about it. You just go in with full force and do your best you can. So I thought it was really good, and everything that they touched with every couples that they have, just we didn't get too much of Gail.
Well, there's two things that I want to throw out to you guys, because the one for Zeke and Maya, I expected a different story. I feel like we kind of got the same exact story of the relationship in the first one. Both of them have
player versus
a little bit, and they also have some insecurities, but I thought we were going to get a little bit of a different progression for them in the relationship, but I felt like, and maybe I'm just way off here, but it felt like we were kind of still getting shades from the first film, which I was kind of, again, hoping to see a little bit more in progression where they wanted to go. I know he proposed at the end, but to get there, though, they were either fighting or arguing or whatever the case may be, and that was pretty much the start of for them on screen. And then I had another one, I forgot now, but yeah.
Well, I was going to touch on real quick with Zeke and Mike. Well, yeah, it's because the past is always going to be there and it's always going to be brought up, and maybe they're just starting to move past that, and the first thing that happens when they get to Vegas is the limo driver, Zeke the Freak, and brings all that back up.
100% understand.
That's why I can see how that would be that way.
That's why I wish sometimes and again, I know it's comedy, it's supposed to stay lighthearted, but I understand where she's coming from on that front too, where that would probably really get annoying after a while if random Joes and Janes just coming up and saying Zeke the Freak and XYZ. Yeah. But
well, I think part of the issue, kind of thinking about rolling around my head a little bit, the difference with this one and the first one. In the first one, all the characters were a little bit more individual just because they weren't necessarily on the screen at the same time. So we felt like we got their individual stories a little bit more in the first one. Whereas this one, they were all hanging out together. So you kind of got them acting as like one group, kind of, aside from, Zeke and some of the other characters who, had their moments a little bit, but for the most part, it was like one kind of glob of comedy going through Vegas. So I think maybe that might have something to do with it.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was great seeing all the characters back. For me, so this was fun. So I think this was a fun movie, a good watch. I don't think it's anywhere close to the original. And that's not to say that this one was bad. So I want to make it very clear, I don't think this is like a flop sequel, but it's a completely different type of movie. It's the same cast in a completely different type of movie. And for me, the thing that I really loved about the original was, of course they brought in the book, and there was the back and forth between, how women view relationships, how men view relationships, helping understand women, how men think and how that changes their behavior. And then of course you got the guys playing the defense. And the first one was so much about relationships. And we talked about it in the reaction, is all of our characters in this relationship are either relatable for some point that you were at in your own life or your close friend of yours. But the heart and soul of the first one for me, of course the on-screen chemistry was there, was the way they talked about the book and relationships. And that was fun. There's other movies that talk about relationship drama and the ins and outs, but the way they did it with having your different, your players, you're somebody who's an up and coming, businessman, but doesn't have a lot of money right now. You have the mama's boy. So you had all these different people that were represented. And as I had said in the reaction for the first one, you could even take, the men and the women and flip flop their roles and still those kind of, points in people's lives and their career goals and stuff can be very relatable. So the first one for me was really unique. This felt like a very fun, just kind of normal rom-com. So it didn't have the originality for me of the first one. It didn't have the depth. We didn't see the relationships developing. I agree with you, Dave. The Zeke and Maya thing for here, I feel when I'm watching this movie, I feel like there was a lot chopped off on the floor, and or that made its way to the editing floor. Especially, look, they had the couple, Zeke the Freak, Zeke the Freak, Zeke the Freak, the splash in the face, and they made it all kind of funny and whatever. And then we got a very serious moment with one woman where it was whatever, and then they cut it and they dropped. I guarantee, I bet my house on, maybe not my house, but I bet a lot on it.
You heard it. Hey, Tim, you heard that.
She was supposed to be the girl from track number 7. Something else was supposed to happen with Maya and Zeke, and that girl, it's my intuition. I am not wrong on this. I am not wrong.
Like Loretta.
Something. Well, Loretta came back. She didn't save the day, but there was going to be some sort of arc for Loretta. There had to be. But so a lot was left on the floor. The other thing about the Zeke and Maya proposal is there wasn't really a setup for that. Yeah, they got there and he's like, oh, no, I'm not the one getting married. And then they just kind of showed whatever. They really didn't have that much interaction throughout the course of the movie. Right. And there wasn't this big setup. Look, had they had Maya run into the ex who inspired track number 7, and then her being like, are you still hung up on this woman? Then he says, no, that was just a point in my past, and blah, blah, blah. And seeing her made me realize how much I want to be with you. Then the proposal at the end makes sense. The proposal and trying to give this big scene where he's like walking through the pool and whatever, the whole other than the intro and the, you know, a couple of funny early Zeke the Freak things, they didn't really like have that much. So that proposal felt really, really forced. And again, I'm 100% sure there was other stuff that they cut out. Look, it was a lot of fun. You know, it was like the PG-13 version of Jesus.
The Hangover?
The Hangover. You know, it's like the PG-13 version of that.
Like if you took Bridesmaids and The Hangover, smashed them together and made it PG-13.
The Hangover doesn't show what they all did.
Yeah.
Wow.
It shows the after.
At the end with the photos. But look, so it was a fun movie. You know, it was. It had its laughs and stuff like that. A very good watch. So again, you know, sometimes sequels bomb. This was not a bomb sequel at all for me. It was a lot of fun. It was an enjoyable watch. I thought it was funny. I loved seeing Dennis Haysbert come in as Uncle Eddie. That was great. There was
Notorious B.I.G.
a lot of really, every
great.
time he comes in on screen, you know, a lot of really fun parts to this film. And they kind of, it felt like they gave us very, you know, kind of, you know, just short snippets of where their relationships have, you know, gone from the first one. And again, for me, a fun watch, a ton of rewatchability for this one. This is one where if it's on and you're watching, you're like, oh man, I'll watch this one again. This was a fun film. So they did a great job with taking a cast that people love and chemistry that people love and giving us a second film. But for me, again, a good film, but it doesn't hit at all like the first one did.
And one more tiny little nitpick from me on this. I felt that the narration from Kevin Hart was not needed in this one. Because the first one, to your point about it being special about the book,
it's from the
for
book.
men and women, I felt like that was necessary in there. Here, to me, this did not need any narration at all from Kevin.
Because they kind of tried to have it when Kevin was setting up, okay, we're going in for the game here. And it's like, well, you're not really going against each other. You're both just having your parties.
It wasn't players like the last time.
Yeah, and I get it. I mean, it's Think Like a Man 2. They tried to keep some themes from the first one, but I feel like the way they did this now, after we just watched it, it was not needed at all. I mean...
And I think why they ventured away maybe from some of the stuff too, so that way they weren't the same as the last movie. But because a lot of times sequels do that in comedies where we can't have it be exactly like the first one. Then everyone will be like, well, it's like the first one, just newer. And it's a cash grab. But sometimes it's okay to do that because it'll still be, as long as everyone delivers, which they did again, you're still going to have a great movie.
Well, and I would like, look, I will say that, look, a lot of these situations are relatable too, right? Like a lot of these situations
These
are
seem
very
more adult.
They're very relatable. Look, anybody I shouldn't say anybody, not anybody. There's a lot of people who try to conceive and have children that are in the situation that Jeremy was in, and yeah, it's maybe a little bit weird for reactors to talk about it, but when it's like, oh hey, shoot, yep, it's that time, okay, we got to go now, takes a little bit of the spark out of it when you got to be on a schedule. That's very relatable for a lot of people, and I'm sure people out there are relatable. For Zeke and Maya's situation, look, that's very relatable. Look, different people are always at different points in their relationships. And look, I've been there where it's like you're with somebody and hey, we've been together for 2 years, things are great. And somebody else has been together for a year and they're engaged and you're hanging out. And of course, everybody's like, when are you getting engaged? Oh, when's the wedding for you guys?
Or when are you having kids?
Yeah, when are you having kids? So a lot of these situations were very relatable. Of course, with with Candace and with Michael, look, the theme of not being good enough for a parent, I know we went hard on the mother-in-law here, but the theme, Loretta, well,
I was cheering for Loretta.
Well, Loretta's,
except for that last little bit. I mean, that was
Loretta, but look, how many films have we seen that is a reflection of very real life where the son isn't good enough for the father, or the son-in-law is not good enough for the dad?
You know, so I think that is a more prevalent storyline that we get in TV and film, where, you know, the dad is like, well, that's my little girl, and you're not good enough for my little girl. So I think we see that more. So when we see it flip flopped, where the woman's not good enough for the mom, and that's also
that's real too.
That's
real too.
That's very, very real. And I look
for my son.
Stay away from my
I know.
Stay away from my son.
We've seen that. Everybody knows somebody who the mother-in-law does not approve of the daughter, but or the daughter-in-law to be. But
yeah, I kind of want to. I know I brought up some negatives, but I do want to shout out to the cast. Again, this was fun.
We had laughs.
The rewatchability on it for me would be pretty good. I did like the additions to the story on here for the most part, being in Vegas, because I feel like any film that you're going to do in Vegas is always going to be hard to do, because ever since, at least for me, when Hangover came out, it's like, well, how do we, because of how much success and how everybody just gravitated towards that.
Each generation has their Vegas movie they'll compare it
So
to.
then everything that kind of came out afterwards, that's at least in a comedy or a lighthearted kind of way, if they were going to Vegas, it's Vegas, we got to get wild. And don't get me wrong, obviously wild shit just happens in Vegas, but
Vegas is fun.
I still like how they pulled some of this off. And yeah, you're right, they did pretty good on keeping it. Let's not go full PG-13. Let's just have the women kind of do the, you know, the pot stuff or whatever it was.
Yep.
And then the guys will
Hot
just get them
breast
drunk and just have them cause the fight, which it ruins the night for everybody. But Dominic, I thought it was like the way he approached that, and I get it. We got to write it to keep it dramatic for the story here, to kind of keep people a little bit more engaged. But it was like he could have. They give me the vibe more so than Maya and Zeke that they're good. They're rock solid. They're stable. They know what their next steps are. And instead, it was like back to the first time they were dating. Like, you didn't tell me. Why aren't you going to tell me? Like, it couldn't be like, hey, did you really accept? Can we talk about that quick?
Take that job. It's not on the
Did you not see me slamming the champagne, like about to tell you like twice?
But it was
that I was going to be up for it.
Exactly.
I was going to get it.
Great to see Dennis in here, be Uncle Eddie. Again, this was still fun at the end of the day. Gary Owen just crushing it in this. Loretta, I was glad they gave her a little bit more time with the way the mom, as her being the mom here for Michael was. It was great to finally see, like you said, Dave, somebody else, her, the mother, get that role of, you're not good enough for my kid. Because I'm sure there's some out there, but more or less, like you said, we get that role. So shout out to everyone involved. This was still fun. Fun. The first one's better in my opinion, but still fun enough.
Yeah, for me, it's like I said, answer looks like you got your score ready. For me, like I said, I thought they were both a lot of fun. And the way I think I would describe this, and I think maybe the best way for me is, if the first one was your steak and your potatoes dinner, this one was the fun dessert that's sugary and sweet, and you just have fun with it. The first one has a lot more of the heart. This one is still fun. So for me, this is a 3.75 out of 5 answers. I gave the first one a 5. Like I said, they were pretty close, neck and neck, but obviously this one just didn't quite hit as hard as the first one, but gets a lot of points for the soundtrack and just being fun and silly and goofy and having a great cast of characters that I would watch them in whatever movie they made next. I really don't care what it is. The chemistry is that good. I would watch them in just about anything.
Yeah, once again, it was a movie that didn't take itself too serious. And it was...
Knew what it was.
And, you got to sit back and enjoy it, have a few laughs with your friends, and just enjoy it like we did. And so I give it a 4 out of 5 answers, rather. The first one, I believe I gave a 4.5. So yeah, I mean, just like I said, it wasn't as good as the first one, but it was still really good, really entertaining. Rewatchability is up there as well.
It's hard. That's a hard word for us to say tonight, folks.
No kidding, huh?
I think this movie is very rewatchable and has a high level of rewatchability. I was practicing that in my head.
It really was.
I went through it a few times.
Oh, I concur.
This is a 4 for me. Again, I gave the first one a 5. Really enjoyed it. This was a super fun watch. Very lighthearted. Brought back an incredible cast with great on-screen chemistry with a fun story. So 4 for me.
Yeah, this one took a decent drop for me, but again, still fun. The reason why is because, again, the first one was so at least unique in my eyes.
Bar.
Seeing comments of like, men's point of views, women's point of views, and the whole dating game is always fun to get everyone's certain perspectives, because at the end of the day, it's just something that is always forever, way past when we're gone, is always going to be talked about. So 3 for me on this one.
One thing,
still a fun ride though, folks. Still a fun ride, and I would still recommend it. I do enjoy when we get comments of like, don't watch that second one, like Wreck-It Ralph, this one, and some other stuff that we did. They were telling us don't watch it, but we got to see it for ourselves to make some.
Especially if it has the same cast.
Yeah,
exactly.
well,
Best Man series is coming too, folks. We got to get to that.
That's what I was gonna say. The one knock I would have on this one is no Steve Harvey drop-ins.
Yeah,
well, we had him on the game.
They had him on the game then, but that's it. But to combat that was the Belle Biv DeVoe Poison music video.
They're just lucky Morris Chestnut didn't show up. He would have ruined everybody's plans.
That would have came and crushed everybody's wedding.
Wreck shop, he would have left with all the ladies.
This wedding's over. It's my time now. Oh no, this was a great watch with some great people. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it as much as we did. So for Appleton Oak, Diamond Dave, that's Mason Quinn. I'm of course Answer. Good night, pals.